bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they're coming for you, bad boys? I'm so sorry, yeah, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you click on this video, so yeah. I guess I had to pull out my Nerf gun, just a little something in context with, of course, today's movie I'm gonna be talking about here, and you might have noticed that I somehow have a different pair of sunglasses, pretty much as we speak. Well, if I could set this down real quick. Big surprise for all of you. These are not actually a new pair of sunglasses. They're actually clip-on sunglasses that I actually got. So yeah. Yeah, I guess they actually do work quite well in clipping on my glasses just like that. So yeah, you can definitely see the difference right there. So. But yeah, maybe I'm getting way too ahead of myself. I need a little something in context with, of course, today's movie I'm gonna be talking about here today. So yeah, I think you can pretty much know the drill on this point. So yeah. Yeah, I guess I might as well get right to it. So, hi, Ackleyattack4427 here, and I'm here with, of course, a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys. So yeah, I knew I didn't come up with a clever intro, but I need a little something in context by far. So yeah, I think it's of course what I'm gonna be. It's of course what I can say for the most part. So yeah, I guess with that being said, looks like even though we're only about 10 days in right now, we're officially in the month of June as we speak. So yeah, I guess since after the madness I went through seeing a good batch during the month of May for sure, Twitch, ironically is actually as busy as, of course, March a few months ago. Looks like we're in for, of course, a really interesting treat for this month for sure. So yeah, seeing of how June is already upon us, summer vacation is, of course, pretty much already on the horizon. Well, it's already gotten started for a good number of us for sure. So for the kids that are still at school as we speak, so yeah, don't worry, you still got about a couple weeks left for sure before you get to do some of the cool stuff. But I guess if it's actually much earlier than that, then good for you, I guess. So. But moreover, seeing how I am a bit of a movie fan myself, that also means pretty much a beginning of course, some really interesting summer movies that are going to be coming out for this year. And boy, it looks like for this summer, it's actually going to be quite interesting when you really think about it for sure. So yeah. I guess aside from, of course, other things as we speak, I know I'm going to be busy with, of course, pretty much a good number of movies that are going to be coming out this summer for sure. So yeah, I guess that's, of course, what I kind of figure we were going to dive into here today. So yeah, with that being said, today's movie we're going to be talking about here today, yeah, if you couldn't tell based on, of course, the clip-on sunglasses, my Nerf gun that I pulled out, and, of course, a little bit of the song I actually sang while coming in here for sure, I think it could give you the clear idea, of course, what movie I'm going to be talking about here today for sure. So yeah. I guess, if anything, I guess to really kickstart, of course, the movies I'm seeing for, of course, this month, maybe I'm in for something that's a little bit more action-packed for sure. And I did say action-packed because mainly it is, of course, pretty much an action movie for sure. So yeah, we always do love a really good action movie for sure. So yeah, I think that's, of course, what I'm going to be, that's, of course, what we're diving into today. And for today's movie we're going to be talking about here today, it is indeed action-packed. Well, for the most part, but we'll definitely get to it for sure. So, and yeah, and given to, of course, what I've actually showed off, I think it'll give you the clear idea, of course, what I'm going to be talking about. So, sorry about that. I got just dealing with pretty much a bit of a cough as we speak. So, don't worry, it'll go down for sure. So yeah. But yeah, guess give it to all those for sure. I think it'll give you the clear idea, of course, what I'm going to be talking about here today. But in case you're actually quite curious, I think it's about time that we ask the Google the question, what you gonna do when they're coming for you? But yeah, I think I'll give you the idea for the most part. I think that's, of course, in context with, of course, today's movie I'm going to be talking about for this thoughts video for sure, which is none other than Bad Boys Ride or Die. So yeah, I think that's, of course, what I'm going to be talking about here today is, of course, not only the latest film that just came out not too long ago, but it's also the latest installment in the well-known action movie series that's been going on for pretty much, well, despite only about having a few entries for sure, but has been going on for quite some time, but had a bit of a resurgence a few years ago, which, of course, ironically is, well, the Bad Boys movies for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright then, so before I could go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I think it makes sense for me to talk about all the other Bad Boys movies that came out beforehand for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, when it comes to some pretty interesting action movies that's been around for some time, I guess ironically enough, the Bad Boys movies is somewhat interesting to actually talk about for sure. And I did say that, because a lot of people do seem to have different opinions in regards to the Bad Boys movies for sure. You either love them or hate them, or you thought they were just okay for sure. But I guess whatever people's thoughts for sure, there's no doubt in my mind that the Bad Boys movies has actually been around for quite a long time since the first starting for sure. Not only is, of course, one of the well-known movies produced by mega powerhouse of Hollywood producers, Jerry Bruckheimer, but also does have the massive, pretty much having the dynamic duo of both Will Smith and Martin Lawrence team up together is also really quite fascinating for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, I think it's probably what I could say for all the Bad Boys movies in a nutshell. But I guess for each movie individually, I think I might as well go through it for sure. So for the first two Bad Boys movies for sure, to which ironically enough, pretty much the first two movies that I actually mentioned, directed by pretty much the mastermind of explosion-filled action flicks with, well, tons and tons of explosions that he actually implemented in his later films. Google Mr. Michael Bay is actually really quite surprising when you really think about it. The first Bad Boys movie is kind of a decent start to of course these movies for sure. And yes, I can give it credit that it is indeed the first movie that Michael Bay has, of course, produced or directed for sure, pretty much long before his later two films, Armageddon and The Rock, for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, for the first Bad Boys movie, I kind of thought it was okay, just a bit of a decent start for sure, but actually stood out quite just fine on its own for sure. So while its second film, Bad Boys 2, yeah, a lot of people seem to hate that said flick, and I don't blame them to be honest for sure. So yeah, I just kind of thought it was, of course, a pretty much, well, not terrible, but a pretty bad Bad Boys sequel in a nutshell for sure. So, and hey, if you have seen the movie for yourself, you'll definitely see what I mean, of course, at that front. But however, it would be until right around 4 years ago in 2020, right before pretty much some random current events that spiraled that year to be absolutely terrible. Well, particularly the last film that we got, Bad Boys for Life, which thankfully is not directed by Michael Bay. I'm not gonna lie, it was actually really good, and definitely one of the best thing, of course, the Bad Boys movies for sure. So yeah, I think that's probably what I could say for all the Bad Boys movies in a nutshell for sure. Excuse me. So, but I do find it quite interesting that we've actually come full circle in regards to the Bad Boys movies for sure. So yeah, I guess I'd give it to that thought. I can't necessarily say that I am a die-hard fan of course, the Bad Boys movies for sure. They're not really my cup of tea when it comes to some really interesting action movies in a nutshell, or let alone some interesting buddy cop movies for sure. In fact, I've probably seen better for sure. But I do like some of the nice and unique ideas they actually put into it for sure, that can actually help giving a massive audience for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front. So I guess I'd give it to that thought. When I actually heard the news, let alone saw the trailer for, of course, this new movie that just came out, I actually got myself quite curious to see on how it's gonna go down for sure, and see if it can actually be as good as, of course, the last film for sure. So yeah. And, of course, ironically enough, I could have spent this entire weekend going to NocoCon up in Watertown for sure, but sadly I didn't because of other things going on for sure. But I assure you I will probably go to that one day. But yeah, regardless of course, that front, I actually got myself into actually see the new Bad Boys movie right around earlier today by the time I'm recording this for sure. So yeah, pretty much did exactly that, all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas, as always. So yeah, and now that I've, of course, got back from, of course, seeing it, what do I think of this one now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I will have to say, I don't think it's necessarily as good as the last one, but thankfully it's not as bad as the second film for sure. But I think it's actually right on there alongside the first film, where I just kind of thought was okay for the most part. Yeah, that's pretty much what I can say. Of course, that front, it's not good, not bad, it's just okay. So yeah. That's probably the best way I can actually describe this movie in a nutshell. It's definitely an alright flick, in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Well, I guess I'm done with that. So okay, so yeah, with that being said, now that I've got the short version out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about with, of course, this movie. So for starters, is, of course, the story, and oddly enough, given to what I'm actually seeing, I really do like some of the nice ideas they actually put into, of course, this one to actually make it incredible for sure. And trust me, if you have seen the trailers for, of course, this film, you would definitely know that it actually does have a little something they're actually going for to actually make it all the more interesting for sure. So yeah, sometimes pretty much when I actually see this movie play out for its story, Well, on one side, it actually did deliver on the ideas quite well for sure, and I really like some of the nice twists and turns and some unique angles they decide to go for with, of course, this one. While other times it just kind of thought it was pretty much lacking something that will actually make it all the more engaging for sure. So. But yeah, maybe I guess with a little fine-tuning here and there, I think we could get something all the more fantastic for sure. But again, I really do like the idea, of course, what they're going for. It's kind of a little middle of the road, of course, on that front, story-wise, for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for the story for, of course, this one. Now, for the writing, I have to say, again, I really do like some of the ideas they actually went for sure, and through the film's writing, I have to say, some parts of it I do think are written out quite well for sure, while I guess on the other, I just kind of thought it could have used like maybe 2 or 3 more drafts for sure to actually make this incredible for sure. So yeah. Yeah, some parts of it I really do think work hands down. I really do love on how the film delivers writing-wise for sure. But then again, I just kind of felt it was lacking a little something that'll actually make it all the more engaging to watch, and really something that'll really get me hooked on for sure. So yeah. But yeah, I think that's what I could say, of course, that front. And so yeah, it's probably what I can say for the writing, I have to say. Some bits of dialogue I think are written well, but others not so much. While every single scene I just kind of felt could have used a little reworking here and there, while a few others actually work quite well. And for the comedy, I have to say, well, I think I did find myself pretty much chuckling a little bit at some of the jokes they put in, while all the others I just kind of thought were a little forced, of course, on that front. So yeah, that's of course what I can say for, of course, the story and the writing in a nutshell for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Okay, so yeah, now that I've actually got the first 2 out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and move on to the next couple of things I need to talk about for sure, which for starters is, of course, the characters. And honestly, to me, if there's any sort of bright sides that I actually can find with, of course, this movie, I will have to say the characters, I will have to say, some of them I actually thought are actually pretty much fine characters for sure, and have actually been given some pretty decent development for sure. Like, of course, pretty much some of the old ones that we have seen in the last few films have actually been growing a whole lot. And I really do love, of course, the progression they actually go through over the course of the movie for sure, while some of the new ones, I will admit, maybe some of them I kind of thought were a little bland and forgettable, but again, they did give off some pretty decent development that I do think are utilized quite well, but I just wish they could have actually executed and overcome their flaws a whole lot more for sure. So yeah, they're not bad characters from what I can gather, but they are fine for what they are for sure. Like I said, some of them I kind of thought could have been giving a little something to make them all the more interesting, like pretty much what their personality's like and what sort of development they might actually gain for sure. And that's just to name a few, while some of the old ones that we have seen in, of course, the last few films, actually do find myself getting hooked on with them for sure, and actually understand their growth and progression as the movie goes on for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the characters for sure. Now, as for the actors that came on board to play all these characters, I will admit, I think pretty much some of the actors they brought in for sure have actually give off some performances that are not only decent at best, but somehow pretty good for sure. I'm not gonna lie, I think with the material that's been given to them, I do applaud all the actors that came on board for this one to actually work around the material that's actually been given for sure. So yeah, maybe I think some performances are a little off in my opinion, but I really do admire the commitment they actually put in for sure to make their characters actually work for sure. And yeah, I think it's probably what I can say, of course, that front. And of course, like I said, much like in, of course, the last 3 films that we actually got, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I do think Will Smith and Martin Lawrence have actually pretty much portrayed the 2 main leads actually quite well for sure. I mean, it's not fully enough to pretty much get them to win awards for sure, but I really do admire the commitment to actually make their characters actually work for sure. And you can tell they've actually pretty much grown and become attached to, of course, pretty much our 2 main leads in, of course, these films ever since the first starting for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, both the characters and the actors for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so yeah, now that I've actually got those 2 out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Actually quite a whole lot for sure. So for starters, I guess seeing how this Bad Boys movie is indeed an action movie, I think we should talk about, well, the action for sure. And honestly, to me, again, as another bright side from what I can gather, I really do think the action in this film is actually pretty well done for sure. I really do think every single bit of action for sure, whether it be from the massive gunfights to, of course, the little bits of massive explosions for sure. Honestly, to me, I really do think the action in this film is actually done quite well for sure. I'm not even joking when I actually say it. I really do think the action in this film is actually brilliantly well done for sure. And I really do admire, of course, the commitment they actually pretty much put into, of course, pretty much help playing out each of the action scenes for sure. And everything from, of course, the fight choreography to the way they pretty much they handle the gunfights for sure, to of course a little bit of the effects they actually put in for sure to actually making it work for sure. I will have to say, action-wise, I do think this film actually does deliver, of course, what it's actually done for sure, and with, of course, what I'm actually seeing on screen, I really do pretty much get a good sense of everything that is happening, and even make out, of course, what's going on for the most part for sure. Now, granted, not all of them have actually been pretty much massive bangers for sure, as I do feel like a few bits of action could have actually pretty much been utilized a whole lot more for sure to really help expand the running time for sure, or maybe I think, maybe I guess they didn't have enough good camera shots to actually work with for sure. But the rest, I have to say, I do think actually are done quite well, and I really do admire, of course, the commitment they actually went through to make this work for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say for, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, and of course for the film's pacing, I have to say, yeah, admittedly, I do think the pacing in this film is also done pretty fine for sure. It's nothing anything that groundbreaking for sure, but then again, I really do admire, of course, what they actually tried to do to actually make pretty much the action this film actually work for sure, and pacing wise it's not really the best I've actually seen by far, but I do get a good understanding of course almost everything that goes on for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say of course on that front. So yeah. And of course, the direction in this film from the film's directors for sure. Honestly, to me, I really don't think it's actually as strong as what they pulled off in, of course, the last film. But I think the direction in this film is rather decent enough for what it is, and I really do get pretty much a good sense, of course, the commitment they actually did to, of course, work around the material that's actually been given for sure. It's not really enough to actually make it all the more amazing for sure, but I really do admire the commitment they actually did to make this one work for sure. So yeah, and of course the cinematography in this film is, well, again, I think it's alright from what I can gather. It's not really the best camera shots they actually work with for sure. In fact, maybe I guess one or two pretty much areas from what I can gather could use a massive reshoot from what I can gather, but then again, the rest is of course just fine for what it is, and I actually do think they really did do their best to actually provide some pretty decent camera shots for sure. And of course, the editing, I have to say, well, it is kind of fine from what I can gather. Nothing really anything that terrible from what I can gather, but it's not great either. It's alright for what it is. Some scenes I kind of thought were edited too fast for sure, or maybe some things are a little bit too slow, and I think there might be some that could have been cut out entirely to save us some time. So. But I do think it's rather decent from what I can gather. Nothing really anything that great in my opinion for sure. So yeah, and of course for the film's tone, I have to say, again, much like the film's pacing, I really do think it's fine from what I can gather. Nothing really anything that great in my opinion for sure, but I really do admire, of course, the commitment they actually did to actually make this work for sure. So yeah, nothing really anything that groundbreaking in my opinion, but I really do think the film's tone could have been utilized a whole lot more to match everything that goes on for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie in a nutshell for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess on that thought, I guess I'll do it with everything I need to talk about with, of course, this movie. So yeah. I guess overall, Bad Boys Ride or Die, well, I don't necessarily think it's that great in my opinion, but it's not terrible either. I definitely do think it's actually an alright movie for what it is for sure, to which I guess it's kind of what I expected for all the other Bad Boys movies in a nutshell for sure. So yeah, they're not really my cup of tea, but I can guarantee that maybe I guess the pretty much people who like all the other ones for sure, they might actually get into this one pretty much a whole lot more than I do, or at the very least, maybe probably they would like it a whole lot more than what I've experienced for sure. So yeah, I know that's saying a whole lot because again there are a few moments in this movie that I actually do think are really good and really got me in, of course, pretty much on everything that goes on for sure. So yeah. But I guess for this case, the rest I have to say could have been fixed up a whole lot more to actually be all the more engaging for sure, or at the very least fantastic for what it is for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, that's pretty much what I could say for, of course, this film for sure. So yeah, I don't think this film is that great, but it's not terrible either. I definitely do think it's an okay flick that I'm pretty sure you can get through just fine from what I can gather. But hey, if you are actually a big fan of these movies for sure, then chances are I think you're gonna like this one just fine for sure. It's rather harmless from what I can gather, but it is a good kind of harmless for sure. So yeah, I guess it's probably what I could say of course that front. So yeah, if that's something up your alley, then well, of course get pretty much strapped behind your pair of shades like I do with these clip-ons, and of course your Nerf gun, or actually, yeah, don't bring your Nerf gun with you to see this movie. That wouldn't be good. But regardless of that, get on your shades and, of course, pretty much strap yourself in. Yeah, listening to the theme to, of course, the Bad Boys theme song for sure, to, well, see this movie for yourself for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I could say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah. For my final score, yeah, I am being nice, of course, this one. And yeah, like I said, I definitely do think this film is okay. So I guess given to that thought, I'll give this movie a 6 out of 10 as my final score for sure. So yeah, I don't really think this film is that great, but it's not terrible either for sure. I definitely do think this film is okay for what it is for sure, which I guess is quite fine from what I can gather. But hey, I guess if anything, if that's something up your alley and you like all the other films for sure, then chances are you're gonna like this one just fine for sure. So yeah, nothing really anything to actually pretty much say that it's groundbreaking and absolutely fantastic, but of course, it still gave me the answer to when people ask me, what you gonna do when they're coming for you? Well, that's by seeing this movie for yourself to see what you think for sure. So yeah, if it's something up your alley, then go see this movie. I think chances are it's probably a decent nearly 2 hours of your time that you might actually get for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and, well, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of Bad Boys Ride or Die if you've actually seen it? Do you like it, hate it, or do you think it's okay, like what I just thought of it for sure? So yeah, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought of Bad Boys Ride or Die. I would definitely love to know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video.
Congratulations, Ackley! You have made it through this entire thoughts video without making one Will Smith slap joke!
Yeah, I did it! Yeah, I did it! Oh my god, I can't believe it, I just want to thank pretty much everyone who has actually been watching this video, and see if I make it through this entire thoughts video without making one Will Smith slap joke. So yeah, thank you everybody, thank you all. Wait, does the thumbnail to this video actually count as that one? Well, I'm pretty sure it'll be covered up later on for sure. So, but yeah, I guess I'd give it to that thought. What can I do to celebrate, of course, this one? But wait a second, I just realized something. I guess according to the playlist, of course, this video, Remind me again, how many thoughts videos have I actually been putting out as of now? 299. Wow. I really made it to, of course, yeah, I really made it that far for sure. Wow. I can't believe it. Well, I guess given to that thought, I guess that means my next thoughts video will be my 300th. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys may be wondering, what am I gonna do what am I gonna do to celebrate that, Well, I do know that I wanted to do something special with, of course, for my 300th thoughts video for sure, and well, I guess, given to that, I already have in mind, of course, what I'm gonna be talking about for my 300th thoughts video, so, and if I can pull it up right here in 3, 2, 1. Yes, folks, it looks like, yes, give it to this Blu-ray copy that I actually got right here. You better stay tuned for the next thoughts video because, well, for my 300th thoughts video, we're going to be talking about Makoto Shinkai's latest film, which is, of course, Suzumi. Yeah, I guess it looks like what we're going to be talking about for the 300th thoughts video for sure. So I'll leave you at that, and until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack427 to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.